Top 5 mistakes people make when choosing an Indiana injury lawyer. I'm attorney Marc Lopez. Let's jump right into it. Mistake number 1, the billboard dilemma. You've seen those eye-catching billboards all along I-70 and I-65. They're hard to miss, but here's why you might want to. Here's the issues. Quantity over quality. These firms focus on volume. That means your case is going to get the same time and attention as a minor fender bender. Your case deserves the time and attention a billboard lawyer just cannot provide. Impersonal service. With a massive client roster, you're reduced to a file number, not a person with unique needs. Again, your case will not get the attention it deserves. Inexperienced lawyers. Here is dirty truth. These billboard lawyers have massive advertising expenses, and because of that, they cannot afford to pay experienced attorneys the money they deserve. So these billboard law firms depend on a constant influx of new lawyers, most straight out of law school. You do not want your case worked on by someone who does not know what they're doing, or even worse, doing it for the first time so they can learn and then leave for greener pastures. A billboard might catch your eye, but it shouldn't catch your case. Mistake number 2, the legacy law firms. You know the ones, the firms that boast generations and generations of lawyer. Grandpa started the firm, handed it to his son, and now the firm is being run by the grandkid. And they've been around since 1913 or some other date long past. Why is this an issue? A couple of reasons. Nepotism. When you're injured, you want the best, not the lawyer who's the grandkid or kid of who was once the best. You need the best now. Outdated practices. Legacy often equates to old school methods that may not serve your best interest. Here's a little secret. Lawyers hate change. And if a law firm has been around for a long time, they probably have tons of baggage and likely have not kept up with the times. Number 3, complacency. With these law firms that have been around for decades and decades, you often see a lack of innovation and desire to improve. Well, we've seen the law before, so there's no point in pushing against the grain. That's nonsense. When you've been injured, you need someone who knows what's going on, but is not afraid to push back against the established ways of doing things. In conclusion, don't confuse longevity with capability. Hire the best. Mistake number 3, the intake team trap. Here's what I'm talking about. You call for legal help and end up talking to an intake specialist instead of a lawyer. And they got plenty of excuses why you can't talk to the lawyer. The lawyer's busy, or I work closely with the lawyer, or this is my job to help with intake. All that is nonsense. You need to talk to the lawyer before hiring a law firm. And here's why. An intake specialist is not a lawyer. Intake teams aren't qualified to provide legal advice. They're not lawyers. They're trained to get people to hire the law firm. Then they present these cases to the lawyer, and the lawyer has to approve the case. If the lawyer doesn't like it, well, guess what? You wasted your time, because a lawyer will drop your case if the lawyer doesn't want the case. Hiring a lawyer is hugely personable. You have to make sure you get along with the lawyer and you can talk with them and you're on the same page going forward. You can't build a trusting relationship between a client and attorney by talking to an intake specialist. It's impossible. So skip the middleman, talk directly to an attorney before hiring. Mistake number 4, out-of-state adventurers. New law firms from Florida, Kentucky, or wherever are popping up all over Indiana. Why is this a problem? Well, there's a few reasons. Number 1, lack of local expertise. State laws can differ dramatically, and these newcomers may not be up to speed. And the most effort that these out-of-state law firms are going to do is hire a lawyer fresh out of law school in that new state. That lawyer is going to be poorly paid, and the moment they have job experience, they are going to leave. Don't put yourself or your case through that. Credibility. These out-of-state firms have not built relationships with judges, court staffs, opposing counsel, and that's going to weaken your position and likely significantly delay getting your injury case taken care of. Don't put yourself through that. Unfamiliarity. These out-of-state firms are not attuned to local customs, negotiation styles, procedures, and that's going to disadvantage you when trying to get your injury case taken care of. In conclusion, local expertise isn't just a catchphrase. It's crucial for your Indiana injury case. Mistake number 5, hiring the jack-of-all-trades lawyer. Your cousin's divorce lawyer or the attorney that put your great aunt's will together is not going to be the right attorney for your personal injury case. Why? Well, a couple of reasons. Lack of knowledge. Personal injury law is complex, involving insurance law, contract law, and that's not even talking about the specific type of injury sustained, such as a crash or a slip and fall. It's not rocket science, but it is complicated, and insurance companies love to overwhelm lawyers who dabble in injury law. Don't risk your case with this jack of all trades lawyer. Missed opportunities. Without expertise, a generalist attorney might overlook potential claims costing you money. What do I mean? A generalist may not realize that extra compensation is available from not so obvious parties. Do not let hiring a generalist cost you money. Weak network. Generalist attorneys don't have a list of expert witnesses or medical professionals to back up the injury case. When an attorney does injury law day in and day out, they know the people that can help a case, and they know who to avoid that can hurt a case. The attorney that only dabbles in injury law simply cannot keep up. Remember, experience matters. Don't settle for less. So there you have it, the top 5 pitfalls to avoid when selecting a personal injury attorney. At Marc Lopez Law Firm, we know that injured people are often experiencing frustration at their circumstances. Allow the Marc Lopez Law Firm to turn that frustration into compensation. Give us a call today, 317-632-3642.